Hello and welcome to France 24's weekly music show. Now, if you're a fan of 1950s, 60s rock and roll, you're in for a treat this week as we welcome the Howlin Jaws on the show, a Paris band who have been doing the rounds for nearly a decade and have just released their first album, Strange Effect, and are just off tour in France as the support act for French rock veterans, the Luminanas. I'm pleased to be joined by Djivan and Lucas in the France 24 studios. They'll be telling us about their news. Guys, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
So, can you tell us a little bit about the story of the Howlin Jaws? You've known each other since kindergarten and then junior high school, but at what point does one decide to, let's make a band?
Yeah.
Probably around, like, we're 12 or 13 years old, I think, because we were listening to lots of music with Lucas growing up, and we actually learned English by listening to albums and watching movies and stuff like that. So yeah, the idea of a band came rather quickly.
Yeah.
When we met Baptiste, actually, the third member of the band, who's not here right now, but yeah, around 13, I think.
And why this focus on rockabilly and this sort of what people refer to as vintage rock?
Well, actually, we started off with punk rock, and we were playing punk rock, and then we listened to like Johnny Burnett and 50 stuff.
It's the energy, yeah.
Rock. Yeah, and we noticed that it's the same energy, but like 30 years earlier. So it's like, what? Punk actually existed before that, you know?
Yeah.
So we went on to that type of music.
Excellent. Now, you finally released your first studio album, Strange Effect. Congratulations.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you.
What effect does it do or have on one's soul to release their first album?
Well,
we should have
relief
called it
first,
pleasing effect or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
good effect.
because we've been working on it for a long time, and with the pandemic and stuff like that, it was delayed, and then. So yeah, relief would be the word.
And why the title Strange Effect?
It's it's a mix of different things. It's because this album is kind of a love letter to the 60s music and like the melodies and stuff like that. And there's this song that Ray Davies from the Kinks wrote for what's the name, for Dave Berry at first, I think.
Barry.
And it's called Strange Effect. And you can hear because at first I thought it was a love song. And then listening to it, I thought he talked about drugs and stuff like that. And then for me, it was, for us, it was some kind of the strange effect is what this music does to me, you know. And in the chorus, you can hear he says, "You make my world seem right, you make my darkness bright. Oh yes, you've got this strange effect on me." So it's kind of it's a love letter to this music, yes.
I guess this music is rock and roll, but often tainted with melancholy or other feelings that are not just party and cars.
Feelings as well.
Fast cars.
Well, how about we take a look at one of your tracks? This is Heartbreaker. One of the tracks you can find on Howlin Jaws' new album, Strange Effect. Now, love stories, we were talking about that. They seem to play a big part in your songwriting. How much of them are autobiographical or how much of them are fantasy?
Probably 100% autobiographical. Actually.
No, it's a bit of both, because it's a bit of both. Like 50-50, I'd say. Some like songs about breaking up and stuff like that. I mean, I've been with my girlfriend for like 12 years or something, so didn't break up with her, but still write about it, you know, sometimes, because it's a way of putting things out, you know, writing sometimes. So
yeah, I guess sometimes there's like one sentence, one verse that's gonna be autobiographic, and then you just think of other stories and just make up a character, you know.
Yeah, make up a story, because sometimes it feels good to put it on paper or in a song. And
sometimes our friends have great stories that we need to draw inspiration from as well.
Yeah.
What about your instruments? Are they strictly vintage and of the era, or do you cheat and use modern day?
Cheat.
Not soul.
Yes, we have vintage stuff, because thanks to the pandemic, we didn't go out and drink and party that much, so we had a lot of money,
Of
like
course.
more than usually, you know. So we bought like, I don't know, big amps. Now our back hurts a lot when we tour,
Yes.
but We're happy. Sounds great.
Yeah, and talking of touring, you've just come off from supporting the Liminanas. How was the tour touring with them, and how was also showcasing your new record, and what was the reception?
It was great. They're super friendly, super good musicians, and super funny. The whole crew is perfect. So we had a good time, and it was really nice to finally play the songs on stage.
Yeah.
Because it's been ready for quite a long time now. So it's great to play these new songs live.
I read somewhere that you toured with rock and roll legend Wanda Jackson.
Yeah.
Is that true? Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because that sounds incredible.
That was incredible. Yeah, he was playing guitar. Our drummer was playing one song with her, and I was just here to introduce her because lots of the band members didn't really speak English, so
yeah,
they brought me along.
You
It
were
was
like
fun.
Mr. Loyaling.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, hey, ladies and gentlemen, the Queen of Rock and Roll, Wanda Jackson.
Master of
Super fun.
ceremonies.
Yeah.
And it was actually I needed to go to find my results for the back, the final
exam,
exam.
yeah. High school.
So we were still in high school. It was super fun.
That's
It
amazing.
was one of her first tours, proper tours.
Yeah.
How can you top that now, 10 years on? What would you, is there anyone else you'd like to perform with of those rock legends?
Oh, well, Paul
Yeah.
McCartney can get us to play with him.
Yeah, get them to give you a call. What are your plans for 2022?
We will be touring. I hope we have a release party in like a big show in La Maroquinerie. I think the 25th of February.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we're looking forward to that and to tour everywhere. Actually,
Yeah.
we go to Spain. We
There'll
have
be
a few
announcements.
gigs.
Yeah, maybe America at some point.
Oh,
Take it
well.
back to the homeland. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Homeland was actually
UK,
the
for
UK
you?
too, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
American music too, of course.
double whammy of it.
Yeah.
So good. Well, how about we check out some of the other new releases that have come out this week? And we're going to start off with piano-playing R&B star Alicia Keys, who is back with a new album entitled Keys. It's the Grammy Award artist's 8th album. And she said she viewed it as a homecoming to her classic record or style, Alicia Keys. Let's take a look and listen.
It's a problem, I'm telling ya. Makes you temperamental. It takes all of the best of ya. You ain't gonna never let go. Photographs never fade away. They're just frozen there in time, locked in pretty picture frame.
Alicia Keys there. And what do you think of the Soul Divas new track there, Howlin Jaws Boys?
Oh,
She's a great singer.
Yeah, and piano is
Yeah,
very
and,
important.
The sound's great from what I heard.
And I want to ask you as well about, how John Lennon said, I always bring this up with French rock and rollers, French rock is like English wine. Are you proving him the contrary?
Well, I don't know. Englishmen should start doing good wine because I think we're on the track of proving him wrong.
Yeah. I hear with climate change that's happening as well, like people having to create vines up there. I'm going to move on now to a punk band. They're French and they draw their sound from Electroclash. They're called Periods. Yes, it's a subtle wordplay on women's menstrual cycles, and it's very appropriate when you've got feminist credentials to defend. Here's a new video for a track taken from their EP that's called Rupture. That's breakups in English.
Désolé, pas désolé. Nos moules sont en game. Et tes boules vont à la poubelle. Désolé, pas désolé. Nos moules sont dans le game. Et tes boules partent à la poubelle. Bébé.
Periods with their new track, Désolé, pas désolé, translated as sorry, not sorry. And apparently you guys, the Howlin Jaws, have toured with her before, met her before.
We met her a few times.
Ah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, so it's very promising ones to watch here. But thank you very much for taking the time to come on the Encore show to talk about your new album. Remember, Strange Effect is out and hopefully will be in a concert venue near you in 2022. And remember, you can catch all our culture stories on our social media platforms and France24.com. The latest news is coming up in a few minutes, which gives us just enough time to play out with some very cute and gorgeous footage, as well as music by Nick Cave and Warren Ellis. They're behind the soundtrack of forthcoming film La Panthère des Neiges, The Velvet Queen. It's said to be one of Ellis and Cave's most heartfelt and haunting film projects.
We are not alone. We are not alone. We are not alone. We are not alone. We don't see them. We don't see them.